What up, America? What up, world? Welcome to a Better Black America podcast, the number one urban podcast stateside and worldwide. Today is Wednesday, May 4th, 2022. Now, the universe is responding hook, line, and sinker. Now, if you did not know, yesterday there was a leak in the Supreme Court. There was a leak came out of the Supreme Court that they have been having conversations about redacting and removing Roe versus Wade off of the federal books. And this is astonishing. And when I say the federal books, meaning abortion will not be illegal in certain states, but the federal government is making a decision, and based on the Constitution, there is no clause to exterminate babies. Now, the reason why everybody is mad, because something rises up in, the adversarial people, because they really don't know what's going on. And everybody is being caught on camera, in plain sight, doing what they do, doing what they say. I saw this morning on the world news, district attorney from New York, clearly a black woman that's past baby making ages. She is pissed off, talking about, they will resort back to the hangers. And, why do people want to murder and kill human beings? It's something inside of them. And while we are on this spiritual journey and really learning and understanding that the world is speaking, because we are 3 years removed from the 400-year biblical prophecy. So clearly, Moses and the Israelites have gone. And now the oppressors, the ones who look like they're going to lose their good economic, look like they're going to lose their good support, regardless of how they are performing with their approval ratings, regardless of their productivity, regardless of the wars, regardless of 300s and hundreds of millions and billions of dollars being laundered around the world. We're supposed to sit back and rally behind a federal abortion law that should have probably never been on the books. And the reason I'm saying it never was on the books is because the abortion is deeply tied into genocide. Now, if you didn't know, Dr. King had a plan, but there was this eugenics woman by the name of Margaret Sanger, who is responsible for the extermination of the black race here in this nation. And she is the mother of black genocide, and she is the creator of Planned Parenthood. And I'm keeping it 100 with you. This is all facts. So please go fact check and all this, because we're dealing with truths and facts. Because the world that we are imagining, we don't deal with that, the opposition, because only the dark side deals in bull. See, God deals in absolutes, because understanding the facts with this Roe versus Wade, with this abortions, biblical. Pharaoh was getting nervous when the Israelites was starting to populate Egypt, and these black people were building their people up. Their numbers are getting strong, and then they're black, so they're alpha males. So you got strong people, and then they're slaves, so they're building pyramids and building all types of buildings, so everybody's big and strong. And Pharaoh realized that, man, if I don't do something about this, just a matter of time that they're going to outnumber us, and then they're going to take over. So the demonic demon, killer, oppressor, slave master, Pharaoh, decided to kill all the boy babies. All the boy babies. Because of fear. Because of fear. Clearly, he did not fear women. Because what do men do to women? They make love to them. They have babies by them. They subject them, especially at those times. But just go back in history. Why was it so important or advantageous for anyone, anything, or any entity to kill male babies? Because clearly the Israelites, tribe of Judah, children of Abraham, clearly are the chosen ones, and the world knows it. This is why 2 + 6 is 12, and that cancel out the 9 series DNA people. And these are the superhumans. So now we get a chance to see America for what she really is. You got men, women, gay, straight, big, tall, short, white, black, fighting and angry because they want to continue to keep murdering babies by choice. Now, to counter abortion rights and all of that stuff. So basically, if we speak to our children, speak to our girls, and put the responsibility back in the bedroom and make sure that pregnancy is not being used as some type of birth control, meaning abortion. It's not used as certain birth controls. Now, I've heard this before from promiscuous women. Like, you got a condom? It's like, no, I ain't got one. It's cool. Shit, if I get pregnant, I just snatch it out. It's not a form of birth control. But it's not banning abortion here in these United States. It's basically taking abortion off of the federal level because there's nothing in the Constitution that supports abortion or speaks about abortion on the federal level. It's a state issue. And in 1973 is when it switched over. And since 1973, they have been an opposition party to actually remove or bring it back. This is why every time there's a political season from a presidential perspective, they have to make a decision. Are you pro-life or pro-choice? And right now, we're looking at the world because the universe is speaking. You telling me back in biblical days, Pharaoh ordered the killing of male babies of black, racial, African descent, the Israelites, because he thought it was a little more comfortable to killing the boys, but let the girls live. And then you fast forward that to the science of Willie Lynch. You see, this is what this is what it's all coming to. Now you get a chance to understand the reason why they are so mad and so upset is because they are beginning to be exposed. And when I say beginning to be exposed, in plain sight, there was a protest last night, downtown LA, clash with the LAPD over Roe versus Wade in the Supreme Court decision of a leaked drafting. So now we get a chance to talk about the paid protesters because they're mad because there has not been a significant event to do anything. So they create these situations and then massa call the slaves, get out there, protest. This is what it is. This is what it is. Because if you are a gay man, why are you mad about abortion rights? If you are a lesbian woman, who do not have sex with men, why do you care about abortion rights? If you are a woman of significance, a woman of pride, a woman of honor, why are you worried about abortion? You're not going to get pregnant by just anybody. You're not just going to have, sex without contraceptive and play the game of roulette because it don't work. I'll pull out. That never works. Is it because the women want to abort babies by men that they don't want to have babies by? Because for some strange reason, I don't believe in abortion when the brother that they want to get pregnant by get them pregnant. But when Dirty Cuz got her pregnant, hey, she kept that under the radar, But we all know that story. But why is the world mad? Because the federal government said that we have to do something about murdering black babies. Now, we're stealing the narrative because its original state, up until 1725, This is how they controlled population. This is how they controlled the blacks. This is how they made sure that the alpha males did not continue to birth, because they wanted to kill the alpha male so we can actually have a weak culture, an emasculine culture. And look at the world that we're living in. The Will Smiths of the world. The Busters and Custers of the world. The people who like chaos. The people who will lie to your face and say that, only the dark side deals in absolutes. That's an absolute lie. Mathematics is godly. Supreme mathematics is absolute. Mathematics actually is the rudiments that we use to create. So if we look at the mathematics, it makes a whole bunch of sense. So therefore, we have to become more absolute. We understand that there's discretion, case by case scenarios and situation. But why is the world mad because of the Supreme Court draft that was leaked? Why? Because of the snowball effect. And when I say snowball effect, meaning if they start looking into the Constitution on the federal level, it's going to lead to something. And it's going to lead to us as blacks in this country being liberated. And this is what they don't want. See, the slave masters to the liberals force them and tell them to get out there and protest whether they like it or not, because it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's abortion, whether it's the murdering of a black man, whether it's anything, whether it's furs, whether it's anything. They have money. These are paid protesters. So we got to start looking at things from a realistic perspective and stop allowing demonic human beings that have no God to continue to feed us this poison. Because at the end of the day, when you are standing alone by yourself, you know the difference between right or wrong. But somehow we want to argue and debate because assholes typically get rewarded. Jackass is a term for asshole, right? So it was Thomas Jefferson who created the donkey party, meaning the jackass party. Why is it that the Democratic mascot is a jackass? Because the Democrats tick people. When they lost that Civil War, they were so mad and so upset, they wanted to basically obstruct the world, obstruct this country. And they're still doing it to this day by being jackasses, because they said it to Thomas Jefferson, you are such a asshole. He said, damn right, I'm a jackass. So if you look at the Democratic mascot, it's a jackass. So we can no longer be a part of the jackass party. And a jackass ain't nothing but a crossbreed between a mule and a horse. But the mules can't breed. But see, a horse can smash a mule, but a mule can't smash a horse. And that's how they look at us. Like, they're the jackasses, the assholes. And they'll just do anything to cause corruption, because right now, nobody in the world should be mad about the Supreme Court drafting up legislation or drafting up documents to basically, pull back Roe versus Wade, because it was not legitimate. It was not legitimate. It was forced. And if you are amending the Constitution, then clearly we're not going to stop right there. Could you imagine how the world will respond if they talked about blacks getting compensation for slavery? They'll send $300 million to Ukraine and then send Nancy Pelosi the next day to go pick it up. But we can't even have a conversation about compensation, at least for Generation X and the baby boomers, to create the foundation or to lay the foundation for survival. But this cannot happen with a criminalization clause in the Constitution. And this is the whole issue. They don't know why they're mad. They're being told what to do. Why would you be angry? If you pass your childbearing ages, why do you care? But we can actually step in this thing and create more awareness. Strap it up, wrap it up. Make sure our girls don't get pregnant. Make sure our girls get to the next level. Meaning, make sure our girls get their college degree before they even think about being in a serious monogamous relationship that can actually bring on a pregnancy. Because every female that I know that has a daughter that did not have a child out of wedlock or did not have a child before 25, pretty much, you would think they would be semi-successful, but they're ultra successful because